today's video, I'm going to show you how you can actually generate lists of thousands of leads that are actually looking for your services and scrape them pretty much for free. So this is something that will save you hundreds of dollars every single month. It saves me like thousands of dollars a year just using Apollo and another tool that I'll show you. So let's get straight into this and let's show you how you can actually do this for your agency and save a lot of money. So what you're going to want to do is go straight to Apollo and build your list. This is where we start building our list. So in Apollo, we've got loads of features that we can use. All right, we'll start off nice and simplistically. What we'll do is build a list of job titles, say CEOs, owners, founders, in the location that we're looking for. So let's say we want to target, owners of companies across the US in the IT sector. So what we'll do is put CEO, owner, founder, maybe director, partner, president, whatever job title you feel is most applicable, you can put it in there. Then what we're going to do is obviously populate the location tab. So we'll put United States, for example. United States is always going to have the most data, and it's actually a very good market to target for most. Of course, it's slightly more saturated. If you can operate worldwide, then sometimes targeting European countries, maybe Eastern European, is actually going to have a slightly higher reply rate just because of the levels of market saturation in these locations. But nonetheless, United States is great, very big market to target. So let's say we're going CEOs, owners, founders. So we only want to reach out to people who have a company size, let's say 12 to 50 employees. Very specific, just showing you what Apollo can do. And of course, in industry, let's put information, technology, and services. This would be the IT industry. Okay, so we've got a list of 36,500 prospects here. However, we want to find ones that have some sort of intent to use our service. So let's say you're a recruiter or a marketing agency or any type of B2B business. You've got to think, what role will they be hiring for you to be able to help them? So say you're a recruiter, pretty much any role, you can help them, right, if they're hiring. However, if you're a marketing agency, then you might want to see if they're hiring for a marketing manager, marketing assistant, marketing executive, chief marketing officer, anything that indicates they're growing the marketing department. If you are an automation agency, maybe you're seeing if they're hiring for an automation engineer or something like this. But for this example, I'm just going to put a marketing type role. So we can put in job titles here, in job postings, if they're hiring for someone with the keyword marketing, and we can see this. So we've got 242 leads. Just to boost up these numbers, I'm going to change this around so we can get more companies in. I'm just going to do 1 to 1,000 in size, and we have 2,000 leads, right? 2,000 leads, CEOs, owners, founders in the US in IT, all hiring for a marketing position. So they're looking to grow in the marketing department. You can either use this as a recruiter or a marketing agency, but ultimately you got it here. Now, typically what you'd have to do is export from Apollo. 2,000 leads probably costs you a couple $100. It's not really what you want to be doing. So we've found a way to get leads from Apollo much faster, easier, and cheaper, of course, but also to get more personal data. So this is paired with another tool. The first tool we'll use is Instant Data Scraper. So this is a free Chrome extension that you can add to your Chrome browser. Just click on this. Basically, you're going to want to set it up by locating the next button on the page. By the way, this will work on basically any website that you want to scrape. So let's say we want to locate the next button. You can see I've already done it here. I've already selected that little arrow and it's highlighted green, so I know that's working. But you'll want to do that the first time you set it up. So let's say I've located that next button. Then you can see if I reset the columns, this is all the data that we're getting. So we're getting their name, we're getting this Apollo link, which we don't actually need, so I can just get rid of that. We're getting the title, we're getting another link that we don't need. We get the company name, another link, website, size of company, location, industry, and then a load of keywords, right? And even their Twitter profile as well. But this LinkedIn profile is the one that we're going to be using. So we want to scrape all of these. So it's obviously going to do it one page at a time. So if I just hit start crawling, then it'll go through every page, as you can see here, and it's just going to scrape all of this data. So we're going to be getting hundreds of these, well, in fact, it's going to go up to the 100th page of Apollo. So it's going to basically scrape all of this data for us, all 1.9k leads. So I'll let it finish that. Okay, so it's pretty much finished scraping now. We've got about 1,500 leads. You can see we've got all of the information, right? So this is a big table now. We've got a lot of data. And what we're going to do is use the LinkedIn URLs to enrich it to find the email address, the phone number, even personal email addresses of these contacts. So let's download this CSV. That's the next step. And then we're going to go over to a tool. So we're going to use a tool called LeadRocks for this. So LeadRocks is actually listed on a website called AppSumo. And if you haven't seen AppSumo, honestly, you've been living under a rock. This is the best platform I've ever seen for like softwares, because what you can do on AppSumo is you can type in LeadRocks, platform that we use, and it basically gives you lifetime access to softwares that would usually cost a recurring subscription. So if I go to LeadRocks and I go to their pricing, you can see that for 5,000 monthly credits, it's $145 per month, which is pretty expensive. However, if you purchase it off AppSumo, which anyone can go on now and do, it's actually $79 for lifetime access to 5,000. So it's less than the cost of 1 month, and you get this for just forever. So I've been using this for maybe 4 months now, paid $79, and it just tops up every month. You don't have to pay any more. It's incredible. So one-time purchase, and it just basically gets you all these leads after the first month for free, which is incredible. So once you've purchased it off AppSumo, you get code, you put it into your AppSumo account, and you get the credits. However, what we'll be using it for is actually enriching the data today. So as you can see, if we go to the enrichment tab, it asks for a list of LinkedIn URLs. If we were just to upload the CSV that we've just pulled, it's got all this other data, so it wouldn't work on LeadRocks. So what we need to do is go to Google Sheets basically and import this data. Then we can clean this, and I'll show you what format it needs to be in. So if I create a blank sheet and just import the data that we just pulled, so go to File, Import, and then upload the data. So as you can see, this has now pulled in all of the data from that scrape that we done on Apollo. You can see we've got, it's probably going to be about, just under 1,500 rows. We've got all of the LinkedIn URLs, we've got the names, everything. However, for LeadRocks, as it says, all we need is the LinkedIn URL. Okay, so what we're going to do is basically copy and paste this column, put it into a new tab. And something for LeadRocks that's important to note is you need to remove this top row. So you just want the URLs. So I just put LeadRocks test in here and download this as a CSV, then we can upload it. So let's pick the CSV, upload this into LeadRocks and start the enrichment, and we'll see what data we get. Okay, so fantastic. It's found 824 emails and 300 phone numbers. So if you're doing SMS campaigns, this is going to crush it for SMS. So let's just call this test video campaign, save this to the list, and it actually only costs you 703 credits for over 800 emails. So it's very effective. So with those 5,000 credits, you can probably get 6,000-7,000 emails a month, $79. So it's probably one of the cheapest databases that you'll find, significantly cheaper than Apollo. So this way is much better. So let's export this list as a CSV, and I'll show you what data you get and how to use it. Something to note is if you buy off AppSumo, you can actually use these verification credits as well. So say you wanted to verify these emails, instead of going to another tool where you have to verify, you can verify straight on LeadRocks by just clicking this verify email section here. However, let me just show you what data we've got. So if I go to Google Sheets and open up that sheet we just created, now let me import this data. Just uploading this, and we're going to create it as a new sheet. So this is all the data that LeadRocks just provided us. So this was the original sheet. So we had full name, LinkedIn URL, title. That was about it. Now with LeadRocks, we've got obviously broken down to first and last name. We've got their Facebook profiles. We've got the company website. We've got company Facebook. We've also got their work emails. Look at this. So we've got all of these emails basically for everyone. Let's just see how many we get. I think it said around 800, but I actually even convinced you'll get more than that. Let's see. Oh no, it is about 800. Perfect. So we've got about 700, 800 emails. That's great. But something that's incredible is we also have direct emails. So if you wanted to use their personal, we've got that. And we've got their phone numbers. So this is something, if you want to do direct SMS marketing, then you can use their phone numbers. Of course, you need an opt-in to do this, but if you wanted to do SMS, you have the option there. So that's why LeadRocks is so powerful. As I mentioned, you can just literally use the LeadRocks tool, the verify internally, to verify all these emails, and then you can upload them to your email system. I mentioned Apollo being great to scrape data from, just because it's a very easily accessible large database. But you don't want to be using this to send your emails out. You'd actually want to be using a platform like SmartLead, maybe Instantly, but I think SmartLead is the best. And there's loads of other things you can do with this data to enrich it, to find a little bit more. So for example, what you'd want to do here is actually just add in a column for maybe a marketing person, basically saying job open and then marketing. So you can say, hey, saw you're hiring for a marketing position, just curious, is this position still open? Are you currently looking to expand the marketing department? Just try and prod and get a feel for why they're hiring for a marketing person. Usually they're obviously trying to expand their marketing efforts. or fill a gap maybe. So if a marketing agency or recruiter could help them there, that's for sure. You can also use tools like Clay to enrich this data even further to find the actual specific open jobs. But this is just sort of surface level how to scrape from Apollo. Very, very cost effectively. It will save you hundreds of dollars, as I mentioned, depending on the scale, maybe even thousands of dollars every single month, and actually get you more personal data, which you can use in your outbound campaigns. So that's how to do it. If you're looking for someone to help you with your outbound campaigns and you don't want to do it all yourself, and you actually want a done for you solution, then we can help. I've got a link in the description that you can click on to book a call with me if that sounds appealing. If not, no worries, and I'll see you on the next video.